Wow.
This is a big house.
Holy shit.
There's like 2,000 people in here.
Thank you.
So you and I have talked a few times over the years, but I thought we'd go back to the very beginning, to Kenosha, Wisconsin. And your mother cut hair, and you moved to Virginia Beach with your construction painter father. Is that all right?
That's the truth.
And were they supportive of your artistic leanings?
Yeah, they were very supportive, even though they were probably very frightened. They were very supportive of me, especially my mom and dad, Frank and Marie Ruffalo. My other family, my more extended family, was not. They told me, "You're crazy. No one ever makes it in that business." And yeah, but my mom and dad really came through, were really beautiful.
So you moved to San Diego, and you just recently had you were on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You got a star. And did that feel good?
That felt really good. It felt way better than I'd ever imagined it feeling. I ended up on Hollywood Boulevard literally in 1986 when I was 18 years old to start the Stella Adler Conservatory. Well, it's a Stella Adler Acting Academy now, but I was there for about 7 years when Hollywood Boulevard, maybe some of you remember, was pretty much a war zone. It was, it was the height of the AIDS epidemic. It was just after they cleared out any kind of hospitals for mentally ill people. It was the crack years. It was a really tough place. And so just to be there, and I was so broke I couldn't pay attention. And walking up and down that boulevard thousands of times over the years, saying each person's name, Marlon Brando, Kermit the Frog. It was in me, but it was so far away from anything that I'd ever imagined happening. I mean, I would have just been happy just to, just pay my way, my rent, being an actor.
How did you support yourself?
I did everything. I painted houses. I did landscape work. I was a telemarketer. That was fun. I literally didn't sell one thing. I actually called my uncle. I was like, "Can you please buy a gross of line printer ribbons, please? It's $200, please." And I was a busboy, I was a waiter, I was a bar back, and pretty much I rounded out my career with an illustrious bartending career for 8 years.
One of my favorite stories on Graham Norton is your bartending story. I'm not going to make you tell it now. It's okay. But you have dined on some of your bartending stories over the years. You made about 11 small features before Kenneth Lonergan cast you in You Can Count on Me, opposite Laura Linney, which is a brother-sister drama that broke my heart, like it did a lot of people. Many people know someone who's lost and troubled and can't find their way. What did you learn about acting from Kenneth Lonergan? You started in the theater with him.
Kenny's writing is just so specific and beautiful, and there's just such a powerful inner life happening with those characters. And what I really learned was just to be present and to sort of act moment to moment and to let yourself sort of fill out the dialogue that you're saying. You know, let it really like go through the process of thinking it and feeling it and letting it come out. He's such a beautiful writer that it's very easy to do that process with his words. And there's such interesting characters. And so, yeah, I really learned to trust that kind of inner life that was motivating and animating the dialogue.
So did you have a strong preference for theater, for film, for television? I mean, is there one medium that is yours?
I started in the theater. I did probably, we did 30 plays in the 12 years that I was living in Los Angeles. We had a little 60-seat house theater. And we were all just these kind of poor theater rats. And literally, that's where I thought I was going to be. And that's probably where I'm the most comfortable. Duncan Wedderburn is probably the closest that I've gotten to the same kind of freedom that I have on stage. And but I love it all. I'm just such a I'm a theater. I'm an acting cockroach. I love it all. I love acting.
So how did You Can Count on Me affect your career? You know, what was the big change from that?
Well, I was in LA. I was doing all these little theater pieces, and in Los Angeles, if you put LA theater on your credits, they literally throw your resume in the trash. That's how much respect they had for LA theater. And so I was just grinding it out, and I was trying to get all the casting directors to come to these little plays, and they never came. And build it and they will not come is what I learned. And so I did You Can Count on Me. Well, first I did This Is Our Youth, which was a play that took me to Broadway, off-Broadway. And that was just a huge hit. It was like just a runaway hit.
That was Lonergan.
That was Ken and Lonergan. And that really opened up a lot of doors, but when I did You Can Count on Me, it just, everything kind of exploded for me at that moment. And you have this, if you're lucky, like I am, you get this moment where you have a role that so speaks to you and is at a particular time in your life, and you understand it so deeply, and the world responds to it in the same kind of animated way and loving way, and that I was lucky to have that.
You were like 33. Yeah. Well, let's look at a clip from You Can Count on Me,
Okay.
and from David Fincher's serial killer thriller, Zodiac.